manage a doubleheader when you have your starters giving you 15 scoreless?
Well, it's a lot easier. I don't take for granted how hard that is to do. They see right-hand pitchers go through that many left-hand hitters and have success. I think the second game's so hard to pitch because, there's a lot of things working. It's so hard to sweep a doubleheader in the major leagues. And Tilly was pretty hungry. He's always hungry, but he could tell he was on a little mission there tonight. He was real crisp, had good command of his fastball, a lot of strike ones, some things that he hasn't been doing.
Chris always talks about how he learns more from the bad outings than necessarily the good ones. You said you got those 2 days of work days and a couple extra days of rest. Did you see that? Did you benefit from that?
Yeah, I think the 2 work days, sometimes you get in a routine and what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. But sometimes you get a good result by doing the same thing over and over again. So if something's you're not getting return for some stuff, you got to tweak some things. It's a game of constant adjustments. Guys make adjustments all year long, whether it's a work day, whether it's, Wally talking to Mac between innings about something, about maybe overthrowing. And, that's why Mac's so valuable, because he doesn't implode. It's very big to pitch those 2 innings. If I thought that we'd get through these 2 games and I have to pitch Zach or Darren or Tommy, and that was big for us. Play a very good offensive team the next 4 days.
You like to talk about how difficult doubleheaders are in so many different ways, but you really, considering what happened, you really couldn't have asked for.
No, we couldn't have that. It doesn't mean it means that we're not overtaxed in the bullpen starting tomorrow, but that could change in one night. The job that the starters did, so I was talking to Darren come down the hall. I thought that he didn't pitch any one of those games, he or Zach, and we won. That was, it says a lot for the people that, Mac pitched big innings. I thought Chaz gave us a good finish that game. They take a lot of pride in doing their job and trying to keep Zach out of those games if we can. We've had, I think Zach's close to the league lead in games finished, not in innings pitched or anything, but just because, he's had to, come in and do a job for us there.
The entire lineup swinging the bat well.
Did anybody have 2 hits tonight? I don't know if anybody did. I was looking on the board at one time, but I'm sorry.
Do you find that it's contagious when guys start hitting?
No, I don't know about contagious. We got a lot of guys with a track record that, they're going to do certain things. I think they're in different stages. Matt's going to take him probably 100 bats. You can see JJ starting to get a better feel for it at that same mark. And, John will go through that a little bit when he comes back scope. So I think you get a lot of guys. And then when somebody kind of tails off a little bit, you're hoping somebody else picks up the slack. You're not going to have 9 guys clicking. It's just too hard to do. And when a pitcher's on top of his game, it doesn't really matter. We were fortunate to catch him with a spot start there, and we're able to take advantage of that. But that shows a lot of intensity, not being satisfied with that one game.
The walks have kind of plagued Tillman a lot this season. Was it nice to see him get through one, without issuing any?
Yeah, it was real good. It was, it's something that, he's capable of. It's one of the reasons why he pitches on opening day and does a lot of good things for us. I mean, Chris, I try to have a long memory. Sometimes we live in that what have you done for me lately world, and nobody understands that more than him. They understand what this is about, and he takes it personal. He wants to be one of those guys we can depend on and throw 200 innings.
Not playing Adam, was that a precautionary type of thing since he'd already played the first game and was just coming back?
Yeah, he wanted to play both of them, and it's one of those guys, he knows. I talked to Dr. Jacobs this morning, and could have. He'll play tomorrow unless there's some problem between now and then, and it'd have been easy and nice to write his name in the lineup again, but we're just going to be a little with a doubleheader, take some caution there, and but he came through that pretty good. But it's going to take him a few games to get going again too. He's had some time off.
I think of Snyder's catch.
Jeez, really? The competition's great. Some of those guys, they take a little. sometimes you put a guy in late in the game just to keep everybody in the flow. It's not necessarily means they're a huge difference defensively. You want everybody to be able to contribute. And but Travis came over with a good reputation defensively. That you won't find a better playmate this year than him. My gosh, I had a good angle at it too. That sometimes I know Chris was thrilled with it. He had a pretty good reaction.
You guys are now by percentage points in first place. I know you don't. You say you don't look at the standings early in the year, but seeing as how well you've been playing.
Well, it's a return for that, but it can be very fleeting. The only thing I look at is loss column now and then. I don't pay much attention to the other part of it. See if you can stay engaged and have a chance to roll the dice in September. That's what it's about. Position yourself to be in it when you get to September and play meaningful games when the leaves start turning. It's not nearly as complicated. So, ability to stay engaged in our division is a challenge, and our guys have done it. Whose is that? I'm glad it's at the back of it. All kidding, so obvious. It is an honor. I got it. I don't know if that's the right word. I'll be glad when the sun comes up tomorrow. We're on to another promotion.
You saw in the dugout earlier? Did they have it in the dugout?
I went up to look at a replay or a pitch that someone had called or whatever, and there was a shot on the screen, so yes. You know what? It's kind of like autographs. When you got to worry is when they quit asking. So, I don't know. Somebody said they're going to do one of, well, I guess I'm not supposed to tell for next year. Just hope it's shorter than that one. Really? Okay. What do you think, Ed?
It's pretty cool.
Huh?
I like it.
What do you like about it?
There's long lines out the gate for it.
Can we please be over? Okay.